Chad, Chiefs Chat with the guys. I'm going to start some videos back up on my way from work. I can talk and make a video on this beautiful Sunday morning. What did you think of the draft coming up? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of the free agent acquisitions we got. We're just going to talk about a couple of those, and of course, you know, this is old news at this point, but I think you know, B+ on free agency, and then Kenneth Walker's the big one, Super Bowl MVP, and then we got another running back as well. So the thing of it is, are we going to have 3 running backs or 4 running backs? You know, if we have 4, does that mean Kareem Hunt's coming back, or will they draft one in the draft coming up in a week here or so? I would almost think that they're probably just going to have a completely whole new running back room. I would think. But if they do bring Kareem Hunt, of course, it's going to be after the draft, because we'll know more then. As far as, you know, offensive line, you know, right tackle, you know, I think we're set. We just got really, our line really got decimated. And it's like, with that offense, with Mahomes and everything, if an offensive line, you know, you can deal with one person being hurt, but if you're down to your 3rd, 4th stringers on, we've seen what that does in the Super Bowls with Tampa Bay and the Eagles, how that really hurts us as far as the timing of our offense. And then you got Patrick running around for his life. But I'm hoping that the offensive line, we get some good backups and we stay healthy. And then with this new running game, man, you know, we hit some big plays and explosive plays. And if we do that, we're going to have a pretty good offense, I do believe. Now, I'll come back and make another video about free agency, but because the draft is almost here, you know, I've been doing these mock drafts for the first time, and you know, these, you know, all Chiefs up, and all these podcasters and YouTubers that are in Chiefs Kingdom, I've been doing them, which is awesome. So I just, you know, did War Room, started playing with it a little bit. And so my way of thinking is, of course, I think you need to try to, you know, double dip on the edge and get some good edge pass rushers. That's what I really, to me, that's the number 1 position. Now, you don't have to double dip back to back, but definitely try to get Bain or Bailey, all right, in the first pick. I don't know if they'll have to trade up to do that or not, but that's if any of them fall to number 9 there. If that doesn't happen, then what's your next thing to go to? Are we still interested in Jeremiah Love? I don't know if that, I wouldn't say that would be a waste, but you got Kenneth Walker. But, you know, if you get him, then you have him probably for 5 years. Jeremiah Love, if he's better. But I don't know. I just like, I'm 50-50 on if it came to Jeremiah Love, because we've already got some running backs. But like I said, my number 1 position is edge. And then I would say you need a good receiver. The guy out of Missouri, Kevin, he's real fast, and then that guy from Ohio Tate, I think, Ohio State. I don't, will those guys even be there? And then you got to think about, well, those you got edge and receiver, tight end. Which one in the comments would you pick first as far as the NFL draft? Now we got. Do you think that Mahomes will be back in time? I'm there at 80%. I think he's going to be back. They got Justin Fields. I think he's a good backup. In this offense, I think he would kick ass. I really do. I think he'll run that crap out of the ball. He can run pretty good. Andy Reid will get that guy going and revitalize his career. We've seen him do that before. So I wonder if we're going to trade up. I wonder if we're going to. Some people are saying trade for the defensive tackle from the New York Giants for the number 9 pick. And I guess if he's really good and he helped Chris Jones in the middle, I guess that number 1 pick would be worth it. But you got to get some pass rush. You got to stop them from scoring points, because if our offensive line is even a B- or whatever, right around there, which I think it can be, and right tackle, if we can get somebody to play that, halfway decent. And then our left tackle plays all of season, not just part of the season. I don't know. They just have been having the worst luck on the offensive line with people getting hurt. But you got to have some good backups. But you can score. I think beyond that, if you can somehow fix that or address that with the new running backs, we will score some points. So, with that being said, and you need some guys that get from a quarterback to take, because you can't depend on Chris Jones to do it all the time. I mean, will they get Cam Newton, veteran, to come in? Again, I think all that stuff, the second wave, they always do this. They'll wait till the end of the draft to see where they're at and see who they have. And then, we still have Chiefs haters out there. People saying, well, they're not going to have Seattle first game of the year, so that means they're trying to help the Chiefs. Oh, like they really tried to help the Chiefs out last year, right? Exactly, whatever. I don't know. There'll just always be haters. And New England, now that they made it to the playoffs, they'll be hated again, too. So it won't just be us. If you're a fan of another team, who do you want to get in the draft? Who do you want your first pick to be? If you are the Raiders, I would think you're taking the Indiana quarterback. I have family from Indianapolis, so they were all watching that game and enjoying it. I watched it too, and it's a pretty good game. So, another thing I want to get into is the draft is coming up. In your comments, put the top 3 positions that you want to see us hit big on. And then free agents after that. Who do you think we should get? What do you think the Chiefs record will be? I guess we'll kind of ask that after the draft as well. So I'll be putting out a video next week, and you can tell your friends about my station, subscribe, like, and I'm going to do some lives, reactions of maybe not the whole game, but maybe at the end. I'm going to try to do that at the fourth quarter. I'll do some live reactions. So far, it's just going to be me, as far as I know, making videos. But anyways, have a good day, and I'll make another video before the draft. Go Chiefs.